Blip, blap, sickety sack, let's get back on track, boyos. Hey, Nagito, any ideas? Oh, we're actually asking him? Hey, how long are you gonna stay quiet? Oh, I'm allowed to speak? Oh, I'm so happy I'm getting goosebumps. Everyone actually needs my help from a scum like me. So what do you think? I was thinking about it for a while with my mouth shut, but now I'm finally able to come to a conclusion. Ibuki definitely didn't commit suicide. Huh? What are you talking about? I thought there might be a possibility that she faked her death and tampered with the crime scene. But now that I remember, there was blood on Ibuki's slippers. So, if she faked her death and walked around the music venue tampering with the crime scene, there'd be bloody footprints left in various places throughout the venue. So that's why I think there's no way she'd fake her death. There's no way Ibuki committed suicide. You know, we already finished talking about that a while ago. Huh? Really? That's annoying. I guess I should just awkwardly laugh about it then. Are you freaking kidding me? There's no limit to how useless you can be. Dots. No, wait a minute. If Ibuki had blood on her feet, there'd be footprints all over the place if she kept walking around. That's strange. That's very strange. Strange? What's strange? I see. It's not something we finished talking about. Those footprints, there's still an important clue left that we completely overlooked. Just as Nagito said, if she had blood on her feet, she would have left footprints. Then why? Why weren't there any footprints on the step ladder? It was a different step ladder because the true killer recorded themselves, and that's what I witnessed. If Ibuki used the step ladder to hang herself, it's strange that there weren't any footprints on it. Huh? There weren't? Yeah, the stepladder was completely clean. No footprints or bloodstains on it. You noticed that such a small detail? How amazing. This is truly the talent of a chosen ultimate. What are you talking about? You were obviously leading us to this. That's why you brought up the suicide topic after all. Nagito Komeda, you're definitely someone I shouldn't underestimate. But didn't you say you saw that video of Ibuki climbing the stepladder? Then I think there's no doubt that she really did climb it. No, but there was blood on that. There wasn't blood on that stepladder, but on the one we found at the music venue, there was blood. Hyoko's blood. It was recorded from a different location. Unless there's something funny about that video. I see. So there's some kind of trick arranged to that video. But there's something only Hajime would know, since he's the only one who saw that video. So just as I thought, it comes down to that. The mystery surrounding this incident is contained in that video. And whether or not we can reach the hidden truth is all up to me. Hajime, I leave it in your hands. As long as we leave this to you, I won't tell you what to, I won't tell you to do your best. But oh well, we should get started already. Yeah, I'll definitely try. If there was some kind of hidden clue on the video, it should have seen something strange as I watched it. I'm the only one who can clear that up. I'm the only one who actually saw the video. So I'm the only one who can do it. The hanging video that I saw, based on everything we know from the debates thus far, I should be able to figure out what was strange. There's no blood on the step ladder. See it? Bam! There should have been blood there from Hyoko. That's right. I remember now. There was definitely something strange about that video. Can you explain it to us? That's strange is the stepladder I mentioned earlier. It's true that the steps on that stepladder weren't dirty, but on one of the sides, there was a blood stain right on the left side of the stepladder. However, that contradicts the video I saw at the hospital. There weren't any blood stains on the stepladder in the video. It was completely clean. That is truly strange. If the video showed the moment of Ibuki's death, then Hyoko should have already been dead at that point. Even so, the fact that the stepladder had blood on it at the actual crime scene, but the stepladder in the video was completely bloodless. And there's no way the video was recorded in advance. If that's the case, the only thing I can think of is it's possible those two stepladders were completely different. Wait, are you saying there were two stepladders? But where'd you find another stepladder? There was only one stepladder in the music venue. Then one of the stepladders was somewhere other than the music venue. What do you mean? You're suggesting that the stepladder in the video isn't the one thing that's different. Am I right? That's amazing, Chiaki. All that gaming has given you incredible deduction skills. It is okay to say that? What are you two talking about? The stepladder isn't the only thing that's different, huh? Chiaki said the stepladder was at a different place, but If that's the case, the thing that's different between the video and the actual crime scene is that thing. The place where the killer did something. They were filmed in different locations. That's right. Besides the stepladder, the filming location must have been different too. What do you mean? I meant the video that I saw was not filmed at the music venue. It was filmed somewhere else. But the hospital monitor is supposed to display footage captured by the music venue camera, you know? Then there's a possibility that the killer also tampered with the surveillance camera unit. In order to show us that they filmed the video at the music venue instead of somewhere else, what did the killer do to the surveillance camera unit? Oh my god, there's so many, like, things. Logic drive time now. Oh my god! Oh! Woo! Push it to the limit. I'll give you a second to look at that. Pause it, do whatever you want. Suckle it. Give it a good old 1-2. Pat it on the head. That's it. The killer just brought the camera from the music venue. With that, they made me think that it was a live feed from the venue when it was actually from somewhere else. Then only the monitor was left at the music venue. Yes, at least when I first discovered Ibuki's body. But when Hyoko's body appeared, the killer probably put the camera back too. That means you should have realized that from the start, but made it easier on all of us. He had discovered the body. I doubt his attention was focused on the camera. Well, that's true, but in order to hide the camera was missing, the killer did one more thing to the remaining monitor. The thing the killer did to the remaining monitor was they destroyed it. They did it. It was literally out in the open. The killer smashed the monitor to pieces, destroying it. As long as it was in pieces, you wouldn't be able to tell if the camera was actually there or not. My attention was so focused on the body that I couldn't even notice something like that. And the moment Hajime left the music venue, the killer put back the camera they took. And they destroyed it and left it in pieces as well. It's easy to see it was filmed from somewhere else, but the surveillance camera's connection wasn't that strong. Despite Kazuiji's desperate repair efforts, it seems we could not transmit from the hospital to the motel. The fact that it was able to connect between the hospital and the music venue is amazing enough. Which means, even if it was filmed from another place, as long as it was transmitted to the hospital, the range would be pretty limited. Oh no! If that's the case, where was the video filmed to make it look like it was filmed at the music venue? The only possibility is that place inside that building. Oh my god! How many of these do I have to do, man? This is the third one! They filmed it from the conference room. Chiaki discovered that too. It's possible that it was filmed at the hospital's conference room. Huh? The conference room? But the hospital and the music venue look completely different. That's exactly why the killer did something to make the two places resemble each other. To make the conference room look like the music venue, the killer went ahead and did some work. I've got to make that clear, that what that work was. There's no way the conference room and the music venue are the same. What place resembled the other? Did the conference room look like the music venue? Or did it look like the conference room? Or did the music venue look like the conference room? Soria Sansera! That's right, because they brought the curtain to the music venue. What the killer did was make the music venue, the crime scene, look like the conference room. They did that by using the black curtain hanging on the back of the stage. They brought that curtain. From what I remember, there used to be a really flashy curtain, but after the incident, it somehow became a plain black curtain and didn't seem to be the right size. That's right, it's so half-assed, just like Monomi. Oh yeah? Well, your face looks stupid. That curtain was so huge. That curtain hung from the music. I keep saying huge. Was hung so the music venue would look like the conference room. In actuality, even though the curtain in the conference room doesn't stand out, it is a black light blocking curtain that's long enough to reach the floor. I see, the conference room. Indeed, the floor of the room is the same color as the music venue stage. So the killer chose the conference room because they realized the floor matched. Matching floors, matching curtains. I guess it makes sense. You'd mistake the two. But that's not all. There should be something else the killer did to tamper with the evidence. Probably. Something else the killer did to make the music venue look like the conference room. It's gotta be that. The candle. Oh, I fixed the triangle. That's why they didn't use the lights. If they used the lights, it would have been an instant no-no. You're referring to the candle in the music venue, right? In the video I saw, the candle was used for lighting, but if you think about it, that's pretty strange. The music venue had good lighting, so there's no reason to even use the candlelight. But wouldn't they have done that to make it feel creepier? That might have been another reason, but the main reason was probably to tamper with evidence. That was Nikito saying that. The lighting in the conference room and the music venue are so different, they couldn't be used during the filming. That's why the killer used the candle as film lighting instead. Which means, are you saying the candle in the music venue wasn't actually used? The candle was likely placed there just to make it think that that it was the same candle that was used in the video. But wait a minute! With candlelight, you can't see things in that it's Kazuichi saying that. With candlelight, you can't see things in much detail. Maybe they were going for that effect. With the cheap-ass camera, it wouldn't capture much in a dark area. As long as all that matches up, it should be no problem to say this is decided. The video I saw wasn't filmed at the music venue. It was actually filmed at the hospital conference room. If I found proof that evidence in the conference room was altered, we would have reached the answer sooner. But it appears the killer already covered that up, so I didn't find anything when I went there. But there's no mistake, that's the only place where the connection range of the surveillance camera. The motel would have been too far, and the interior design of the motel theater is too distinctive. But this must be a surprising turn of events, Hajime. You never expected that video you saw in the hospital to be filmed in the conference room. The incident is happening at the scene of the crime. It's occurring in the conference room. I feel like I've heard the Bayside cops say that before, but isn't that the other way around? If Ibuki's hanging video was filmed at the hospital's conference room, then was Ibuki killed at the conference room too? No, that's not possible. Right after Jame saw that video, he discovered Ibuki's body at the music venue. That video was filmed at the conference room, but Ibuki's body was at the music venue, which means there was a fake somewhere. A fake that must have been the conference room. The Ibuki at the conference room, that was the fake. The person wearing the handbag in that video wasn't Ibuki. It was someone else. It was the killer pretending to be Ibuki. The killer put on a hospital gown, wore a handbag on their head, and was only pretending to be the victim. That explains the missing gown that Akane brought up. Someone was pretending to be Ibuki. But if you think in that terms, there's only one person that could have done that. By that time, the real Ibuki must have already been killed. The actual time of death must have been earlier, probably around midnight or dawn to avoid witnesses. If they took Ibuki from the music venue to the hospital and killed her, there's no way it happened during the day. So that's what happened. Then no matter how quickly I ran, it was impossible for me to rescue Ibuki. At that moment, I was already in the killer's trap. And the one who set the trap for me was... But why did the killer go through the trouble of making a fake video just so Hajime could go to the crime scene? The reason the killer made a fake video, there's only one possibility I can think of, and if I examine that possibility thoroughly, then naturally the killer's identity will reveal itself. Huh? You fiend! Are you saying you already know who the killer is? I know. There's only one person, boyos. That's right, I should already know. The person I told to go rest in the on-call room. I already should know who the killer is. You never expected it because she's poor and sweet. Oh no, Makan, how could you do this? You killed 2 people. Makan, you're the killer, aren't you? Huh? What are you talking about? Like I said, aren't you the killer who murdered Ibuki and Hyoko? Killer? Huh? I'm not the killer. What is this? Hey, don't you think that's kind of impossible? A chick like her is the killer? She couldn't even kill a fly. In fact, the fly would probably kill her first. She's right. That's why we never expected it. But you're the only one who could have filmed that video. A clumsy slowpoke like me killing someone, that's completely out of the question. But we're the only ones. Thanks to that video, we're the only ones who have advantage of an alibi. An alibi was the killer's goal? Now that you mention it, you guys brought that up earlier. Only Hajime and Makan have an alibi. It's just a coincidence. But you're the only one who could have filmed that video in the hospital conference room. Is that also a coincidence? Shouldn't you get some rest already? You should be exhausted from nursing without any sleep, right? Then, if you insist, I'll use the on-call room upstairs. You must be mentally exhausted, so it's better if you relax in the lobby instead. At that time, you said you were going to the on-call room, but you actually went to the conference room. That's when you put the hospital gown that you prepared in advance, put the hemp bag on your head, and began filming. By doing that, you made up the video that showed Ibuki trying to hang herself at the music venue. And showed that to me. Furthermore, I saw that video at the hospital lobby. If someone wants to go to the conference room from the outside, they'd have to pass through the lobby. So it's impossible that someone who wasn't already in the hospital went to the conference room and filmed. Not only that, the others in the hospital, Akane and I, were both delirious from the despair disease. So that must mean... Please wait a second! What are you saying? I'm the killer? That's impossible. There's no way I can kill someone. That's not literally impossible. Can you give a better defense than that? It just shows she can't even do that. Hey, you sure this chick really is the killer? Wrong. It's totally wrong. It's not what you think. Just like Akane said, it is really hard to tie all that together. I mean, Makan is the killer? I agree. It is truly difficult to believe someone could be killed by such a slow-witted woman. That slow-witted woman remark is not necessary. It's fine. I've been like this for a long time. In a tournament for social punching bags, I'd easily win first place with my soft reputation. I can't even deny that. How many times do I have to tell you? It's impossible for me to kill someone. I'm serious. Very serious. What did you say, Hajime? Do you still believe this woman is the killer? Do you hate me that much, Hajime? Hey, Hajime! Everyone's ganging up on me. Tricks aside, logic aside, is she really capable of doing something like this? Could it be I'm the one making a mistake? No, in fact, it'd be much easier if I was wrong. If I had this much doubt about someone I've spent so much time with. Can you hold on a minute? Huh? Well, I know I'm being intrusive and all, and I mean, I have no place to say this. I miss all the crucial parts, and I doubt I have anything worth saying at an important time like this. What are you saying? But still, there's definitely no way I can overlook the killer this time. Huh? I thought it was suspicious all along, from the very beginning. Investigating with a suspect in mind creates a different result than investigating with no leads. Hey, what are you trying to say? Well, thanks to that, I was able to discover the truth that nobody else knows. What? Are you serious? The rope! I've been so focused on everyone else in this trial, but I guess now's a good time to say it, right? Is he gonna talk about the rope that he was, curious about earlier? You better not have kept quiet on purpose. This isn't a game, you know. Actually, this is a game. Please don't say such controversial statements. Well, what do you know, Nagito? Well, it's nothing big, really. Only a small decisive clue that points to the killer. Dang, that's a huge deal. A decisive clue? Does something like that really exist? Let's take a look, shall we? Regarding the rope Ibuki was dangling from, this rope was supplied by the supermarket, right? Then weren't the rope... There weren't any ropes in the music venue. Again, with the supermarket, that place is a hotspot for criminal goods. If they got it at the supermarket, that means it was brand new, right? What's wrong with that? I want you to take a closer look at the rope and keep in mind that it's brand new. Near the middle of the rope, it's frayed, as if it was rubbed strongly. But why is this? The loop Ibuki used to hang herself is on the end of the rope. But the part on this rope that hung from the baton lighting is on the other end. Hey, you're talking too long. What's going on with what's wrong with the rope being frayed? Why would it be frayed there? It means, well, from what I can infer, I think the rope was used like this. To strangle someone! She didn't commit suicide! Makan strangled her and lied about the autopsy because she's the killer! Fuyuhiku, why aren't you on this shit? You're usually on this about this and sending her to the whorehouse if she's wrong. The killer wrapped the rope around Ibuki's neck, pulled both ends at full strength, and strangled her. The center of the rope is frayed because that's the part they used to strangle Ibuki. Hold on! I've been listening for a while, and it sounds like you knew about the rope clue all along. What exactly did you mean during the investigation? So, this rope won't be much of a clue. Then I might as well search another place. Not everyone cooperates at a class trial. Those who lie to conceal the truth will obviously be here too. Just like this case's killer. I was just copying them a little bit. Huh? More importantly, what was that about the rope? The killer strangled Ibuki, and then I finished speaking. Huh? How is that a decisive clue? Huh? You don't notice it? I thought I made the decisive clue very clear. Nagito's words contain a decisive clue? Dots. Is that really true? Think about it, boys. Ibuki didn't die from hanging. She was strangled to death. That's basically the same thing. Though hanging and strangling seem similar, they're very different. The scars they leave would look different too. Scars, you mean the rope burn, right? But we believe it was from hanging. Why would that be? Did we fall for someone's lie? Soria-san said Makan lied about her autopsy because she's covering up her murder. But we believed her so easily because we thought she wouldn't commit murder. So that's what happened. We've been falling for the killer's lie the whole time. There's something I want to ask you. There's no doubt Ibuki's cause of death was being hanged by this rope, right? Yes, she had no external injuries, so there's no doubt she died from hanging herself. I see. So Ibuki died by hanging herself. You said Ibuki hanged herself, but that was a complete lie, wasn't it, Makan? That is, well... You told us the wrong cause of death. You lied, didn't you? You shouldn't be able to tell you should have been able to tell the difference between hanging and strangling just by looking at it. You, Makan, the ultimate nurse. Please wait. First of all, I'm not a coroner, so I don't have any medical knowledge to identify injuries like that. That's why it's not my fault. I made a mistake. You're right, and you have been a great help so far. But even a drunk medical student can notice the difference between a hanging and a strangulation. I'm not taking her side or anything, but being clumsy and unskilled in this area could lead to a mistake. He's totally right. I'm such a clumsy mess. I got so careless. Makan nursed me till I got better. There's no way I'm gonna doubt her. Don't you think her devotion to nursing is what helped her draw Ibuki to her death? Huh? If not, her symptoms were still very serious and caused her to believe what anybody told her. It wouldn't surprise me if she willingly followed Makan because she was nursing her. So Makan volunteered to nurse us because she was planning to do this all along? That little, aren't you like a thief who suspects everyone else of being thieves? I'm not a criminal, Makan is. I mean, she's the killer, you know? You got it all wrong, please forgive me. I'm sorry, but there's no way I can forgive you. I just can't forgive this crime at all. What? Even Nagito hates you. Wow, you must be like a super low of a low. Forgiveness or not, we still have not decided if Makan is the killer. Dots. I see. You guys are kind. Well, if that's the choice everyone makes, then the only thing I can do is back off, I guess. But is that really okay? Is that everyone's hope? You're freaking annoying. If you keep talking, I'm seriously gonna beat you up. I'm really filling up with spit here, boys. I'm sorry. But is it really? I'm really not the killer. Dots. There's no way I'm capable of killing someone. Dots. Is that really true? Huh? Stop it already. That's enough. I can't stop. Dots. I don't want to do this either. Of course I don't want to do this. But I need to do this. You doubt your friends? That's not it. I suspect them because I want to believe in them. What the hell does that mean? I don't think belief and doubt are necessarily opposites. Huh? I do doubt her, but I still want to believe in her. Belief lies at the heart. Belief lies at the heart of the conflict. Because if there's no room for doubt, there's no room for reason to believe, is there? Don't say deep stuff. I don't really get it. If you want to believe in someone, you need to overcome doubt first. Belief without doubt is simply a lie. Fine, do whatever you want. I won't stop you anymore. Dots. Huh? Is that what you're going to say? So in the end, you're all just a bunch of bullies, huh? Justifying your actions with fancy words, making excuses for why it's not really your fault. Everyone always treats me like that. Always. It's all her fault. She's the one who has the problems. I'm done with that! You hear me? I'm done! Makan! Hey, Makan! It's not fair! 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 I won't Why won't you forgive me? If you do something wrong, you forgive yourself right away! What did I do? Why won't anybody forgive me? Is acting like this your strategy now? No, this is annoying. Plus, to be honest, I've run out of ideas. I've run out of ideas. How can we get you to admit it? That's the issue. We don't have any clues. Why don't we we have her give us some? Huh? I'm the same as Hajime. I don't want to doubt any of my friends. But still, the truth that one of us murdered two of our friends, that's why we gotta stick to the very end, so we can finally break these chains of despair. Chiaki? Hey Makan, can I ask you one last thing? If you're not the killer, then who fabricated that video Hajime watched? Like I said, it obviously wasn't me. Can you prove it? Prove it? Wait, do you have to prove that I'm the one who fabricated that video? Well, that's right, show me the proof. Because you're just assuming the video was filmed at the conference room, treating me like the killer based on an assumption just because I was at the hospital. That's totally crazy. I didn't do anything wrong. Why does everyone always hate me? Please just forgive me already. Is this broad really okay? She's emotionally unstable. I'm not the killer! That video! I never filmed that video! She seems she's finally started arguing with us. Huh? But the only one who can find the hole in her argument is you, Hajime. So I'm going to leave this to you once again. Could it be, was Chiaki's goal all along? Dots. She's saying everyone's fate depends on me, the only person who saw that video. Why do you get to decide I'm the killer? Where's your proof? Please forgive me already. I need to make up my mind. I'm the one who has to do it. I'm the one who's going to finish this. I'm not the killer. We can't think of anyone else but you. Who could have filmed that video? Huh? Do you have any proof? Is the hemp bag on her head the proof? Is the hospital gown she was wearing suspicious? Or could the hospital slippers she had on? Ibuki and Makan clearly have different body types. Is that really your proof? Or could her body type be on, or could you tell her body type under that hospital gown just from that video? Just from the camera angle? Just from the dim lighting? Oh my god, shut up, please. Oh my god. There's no way you'd be able to make up her body type! So please forgive me already! Hajime, pay close attention and listen well. And point out the killer's mistake. Don't flinch. Don't hesitate. Don't run away. I'm the only one who saw that video. Who else is gonna do it if I don't? There's one thing only I know that nobody else does. That she made a mistake and mentioned without noticing. Your mistake was your camera angle! Soichigono! Makan, you have committed a major mistake.
Mistake?
As I said before many times, I'm the only one who saw that video.
What's wrong with that?
But I never said anything about the camera angle. So, how can you say anything about the camera angle if you saw that video yourself? The only reason Makan knew the camera angle Hajime had seen is because you're the person who actually filmed that video. Is that right? This is your just reward. The more desperately you argue, the deeper you dig yourself into a hole. You lied, didn't you? Dots. Are you serious? Is it true, Makan? Did you kill Hiyoko and Ibuki?
Forgive me!
Huh?
I was wrong. No, that's not it at all.
That's not it. I mean, it's impossible. Impossible? You know, the handbag Ibuki was wearing when she died? Try remembering the tote bag instead. Ding! I totally remembered it now. What the heck's wrong with her? She's getting weirder by the minute. The tote bag isn't the same one the girl was wearing in the video? How do you know so much about that video? Who cares about that? More importantly, did you know that the bag is a limited item that was sold at the movie theater? Hajime saw it too, didn't you? You remember Usami decal on it, right? Oopsie, don't worry about it. I remember even if you don't. Ta-da! There's no mistake, that tote bag is the limited item. So don't you think it's impossible? Using one tote bag in both the conference room and the music venue at the same time? It's blatantly obvious that that's impossible, don't you think?
That's why the video isn't fabricated and I'm not the killer.
So you'll forgive me, right? Taking your stubbornness this far, such despair. Then you're gonna forgive me. I won't stop until you forgive me. Long time no see. Well, not really. This time for parent talk action. There's probably a class trial. Please remember to taint yours one last time. Starting at the PSA. Oh, great. Now I gotta reload. I hate this so much. Oopsie, I started skipping too much. I apologize.
That's why the crime scene is possible for anyone to pull off.
She's probably mentioning that because tote bags are in different places. This chick, she's lost it for good.
Will you forgive me? You'll forgive me, right? Isn't that right? You're obviously gonna forgive me, right?
At this rate, we're not getting anywhere. I gotta do something and end this. I gotta do something so I can make her admit it. Panic, talk, action! God, I hate these so much. It was the theater bonus prize! It was a limited time offer and you get one for free after a purchase. Monokuma can attest to that. Monokuma mentioned this earlier. When you buy one bag, you get another one for free. That's the common practice to bait customers with bonus prizes. Whoever bought that bag should have received another as a bonus prize. Which means it's not impossible to use the bag in two separate places. So please, stop trying to make desperate excuses.
Why? Why can't you forgive me? Why?
It seems her desperate struggle is finally coming to an end.
Why does everyone always hate me? You should just forgive me already.
Makan, it's already over. After I go over your crime from the beginning and show you that you have no arguments left, please just admit it already. In the end, at least let me believe in you. It is. The key to this incident is the surveillance camera video only I saw. That's why I'm going to start with that to unravel the knots of this crime. When I went to the hospital with Makan this morning, I noticed a specific thing in the lobby. The incoming signal light on the surveillance monitor was blinking ahead of schedule time. When I switched on the monitor, what appeared on screen was a person wearing a hospital gown and a bag on their head about to hang themselves right at that moment. That surveillance camera unit was designed for two-way communication with the hospital and the music venue. That's why I thought the signal originated from the music venue, so I immediately headed over there. but that was the killer's trap. In truth, the video was recorded in a different place. The killer brought the music venue camera the night before I made their preparations in advance, and then they filmed that video in the hospital conference room. By doing so, they tried to make me think the incident was happening in real time, when in fact the crime had already been committed by that point. The person in the footage wearing the bag was actually the killer acting as a fake. I didn't know that, so I went to the music venue and found a hanged body wearing the bag on its head. Seeing the body before, I panicked and rushed out of there to get the rest of you guys. But that was also part of the killer's trap. After clearing the conference room, the killer was likely watching the music venue from the outside, and as if they were switching places with me, they went inside the music venue and began working on their last trick. First, the killer peeled off wallpaper covering one of the stage's pillars, revealing Hyoko's body. When I first arrived and saw the hanged body, I didn't notice anything strange about that pillar. I didn't expect it to be slightly larger from the wallpaper, to have Hyoko's body hidden inside. Next, the killer destroyed the surveillance camera that was used in the conference room. After destroying it, they mixed it up what was left of the surveillance monitor found at the crime scene. The surveillance camera the killer used was originally brought from the music venue, but when they brought it, they made sure to destroy its monitor beforehand. They wanted to hide the fact that the camera wasn't at the crime scene. And in the end, the killer transformed the crime scene into a closed room. They broke one of the drumsticks from the storage room and placed it near the music venue's entrance. However, they did this to mislead us into believing that the music venue was locked from the inside. In actuality, the reason the music venue became a closed room was because of the glue. The killer sealed the door with glue and intentionally created a closed room that could be forced open. With that, the killer finished tampering with the crime scene and met up with Fuyuhiko and me. They helped us force open the music venue door, despite the fact that they personally sealed it. And they made us discover not just Ibuki's body, but Hyoko's sudden present body as well. At that time, they pretended to be surprised, but inside, they were probably relieved that their plan worked out. Isn't that right, Makan? This crime was orchestrated by you, wasn't it? Complete! Oh, she seems very ecstatic about that. Whoa, now she's laughing?
It's been such a long time. This feeling, I know it well, like the floor's collapsing, like the sky is falling down upon you. This feeling of despair. Makan, what has happened to you?
Whoa there, before that, a moment of your time. Uh-oh. Oh, did she catch the despair disease? Did she get sick in the head? Is she insane in the membrane? Oh, I got a B? Damn it. There's probably that final thing, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. Wait, who's this one? Oh, dang it. Well, let's just get right into it. I see your arguments have reached a conclusion, so let's proceed to our regularly scheduled voting time. Now then, please pull the lever in front of you and cast your vote. Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? Let's go! It's gonna take more than bandages to cure this wound, Makan. Yeah! I'm sorry, my one-liners are so half-assed. I'm sorry. Now then, though it may be obvious at this point, you got it right once again. That's like 3 in a row. That's right, the true identity of the horrifying Blacken who killed 2 girls was Makan Tsumaki. You gotta be shitting me. Are you saying Makan, the one who nursed us back to health, was the one who killed them? Don't joke around with me, Makan. Did you lie to us all along? Were you planning to kill them from the start while you were nursing them? Don't just laugh, say something. This is going nowhere. This chick. This is nothing like Peko. She's actually gone mental. There's nothing we can do. She's no longer the same person. That's probably why he doesn't like this murder, because she's acting off of despair, not hope. She's no longer Makan Sumiki we knew. Huh? Based on my predictions, she might have caught it too. She probably has the despair disease, which was the motive for this case. Makan too? You say? It spreads. She was nursing everyone. I know it because I was looking at Makan for so long. She was the one taking care of me. After all, my consciousness kept drifting, but even so, when I did catch a glimpse of her, her expression was full of despair. A despair so devoid of hope that not even a single fragment of it remained. Hold on, did you say Makan also had the despair disease? Then that means she was... Huh? Hijame, has something crossed your mind? That's why she was acting weird! My body's heavy. No, not just heavy, it's somewhat soft and really hot. That's right, Makan felt really hot at that time. Now that I think about it, she must have been a high fever, just like Ibuki and Akan had. Then, because of that disease, Makan was... The symptoms that she surely felt must have been deserving of that name, despair disease. Losing all hope and harboring despair for all hope. Because of that despair disease, she was likely overcome with despair. That's the reason why she can still laugh in such a hopeless situation. Which means Makan standing before us is no longer the ultimate nurse. She's a completely different person now that she's infected by the despair disease. She's a human who deserves to be called the ultimate despair. Ultimate despair? I feel like I've heard that somewhere, boys. That's the reason why I cannot forgive this. I mean, killing someone for the sake of despair instead of for the sake of hope? There's no way I can forgive that. For the sake of despair? That's completely wrong. Wrong? Wrong? What's wrong? What I did was the sake of my beloved. Huh? Oh, you have a boyfriend? You got a boyfriend. I bet he doesn't kiss ya, moi. Who you talk about? If only they were still alive, they'd be so happy. I know. Oh my god. Oh god. My beloved was the only one. That's right, the only one who never hated me. They forgave my existence. They forgave me and accepted me. They gave me value. They loved me. They loved me with all my heart and they returned it in full. This is my reciprocation. I understand that I've done something unforgivable, but you know, to transcend all that is truly what love is all about. I don't understand. What are you saying? You don't understand? Is it because you don't have anyone to love? Is it because you're also someone who hasn't accepted anyone? What a pity. I feel sorry for you. Dots. Even if I have this, even if I say this, I'm sure nobody here would understand, but love is a wonderful thing. Ah, this feeling of freedom, there's no longer care, the feeling of freedom where you no longer care about anything. My beloved and I are the only ones within that thin veil. I'm just looking out through it. That's why, as long as I'm on the inside, no matter how much they tease me, splash me with water, kick me, it's like nothing matters. I could just die. That's how little it matters. Who cares about hope and despair? That's love and only love. Nikito, is this really the despair disease you were talking about? It seems that I was wrong. Not only was she affected by despair. You were half right. It's right to say that all this is thanks to that disease, because thanks to that disease, I was able to remember my beloved. Remember? Apparently that's what my symptom was. What a wonderful symptom. Which means you had the remembering disease? But if that means she remembered something and ended up like this, Are you saying you were like this from the start? Were you like this before you even came to this island?
Don't get so angry. Well, first of all, the reason I became like this wasn't my fault. It was all your fault, you know? Because it's not like I'm entirely responsible for it turning out like this. I'm the person I am today because of many human relationships. So it's everyone's fault that I turned out like this, you see? Even so, the current me was more strongly influenced by my beloved's existence, and it was also my beloved who created the me that everyone can forgive. But my beloved also forgives me and still accepts me. That is the key difference between all of you and my beloved.
Like you said, who the fuck are you talking about? Are you saying this is Makan? She's the real Makan? Makan, please answer me. Did you really remember? You ended up like this, all because you remember? There's no way I can believe that. There's no way the person you are right now is the real Makan.
Oh, you still doubt me? Then I'll prove, to prove I remember, I'll tell you something nice. It's about World Ender organization that you all are worrying about.
You know?
No, I just remember, that's all. I knew about it all along, how that horrifying organization known as World Ender is also the organization known as Future Foundation.
Future Foundation? Future. The door. That's right, that symbol on the ancient door's door. That's right. It was the Japanese word for future. Dots. Just what is the Future Foundation? What are they planning?
As the name suggests, that's an organization. That organization is World Ender. The Future Foundation is trying to end the world. To put it simply, they're trying to claim the world for themselves.
What the heck? Is this a comic book, you know?
It's part of their plan to end the world. The Future Foundation brought us to this island.
Isn't that right, Monomi?
Huh? But,
I knew it! Monomi, Monokuma, they're both members of that crazy organization, aren't they? Bloop, bloop, Monomi and I aren't members. I am Monokuma. My existence is entirely my own. Bloop, 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 bloop. Bloop, 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 bloop. Don't laugh. Hey, Makan, if you really do remember, then you already know, right? You know the true identity of the traitor hiding among us.
Of course I know that. Let's see, the Future Foundation lackey that's hiding among you all is...
Oh, well, no one really cares about that, don't you think? Oh, hell no!
You'll find out eventually, so there's no need to be impatient. Probably when that countdown ends.
Countdown? You even know about that?
I don't know anything.
Huh?
I have a feeling that's what it is, but who cares about that, you know? I'm drowning in so much love from the bottom of my heart. I don't care about anyone or anything. Makan, is this really you?
I won't believe it. There's no way I could believe you're really like this all along. Because if that's true, then who's the person we've been spending time with up till now?
The past.
Past?
That person, she didn't exist in the beginning. She's just my past self who lost her old school memories. You guys consider that thing a friend? That doesn't make me happy at all. It just fills me with despair. You guys accepted my past self, but not my present self. Well, that applies to you, to all as well. Memories of people, memories of events, whatever memory it is, losing memories are like losing your personal identity. Memory is the most important component of building a person, don't you think? Losing our memories makes us shadows of the past, don't you think?
I don't know what you're trying to say. In the end, it always leads back to the story. That story about our stolen school lives. So, it was true all along. Our memories were taken away. If that wasn't true, we wouldn't be suffering this much.
Well, why don't you just take your sweet time and remember at your own pace? Oh, Monokuma, is it alright for you to start now?
Punishment time? Damn it, why? Makan, why does it have to end like this? This is too pointless. This is too much. Now then, I've prepared a special punishment for the ultimate nurse, Makan Sumiki.
So it's over. It's really... Now I can go back to my beloved who always forgives me. I can finally see them. Please forgive me, the one who's always going to die with the hope of finally seeing you.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time! What the fuck is happening to us, boys? Game over. Makan has been found guilty. Time for the punishment. So is she getting like nursed back to health, or is she gonna die? Bye-bye, ouchies. Huh. I don't think we can have that one in a Christian manga. Dots. It's finished. Is it really finished? Man, that was like very quick and not like exaggerated at all. She was just like, let's get on with it. The killer who killed Ibuki Miyoda and Hyoko Sayonji was Makan Sumiki, and she's been executed. She apparently committed her crime because she was affected by the despair disease. Dots. So what? What's finished? Nobody wanted it to end this way. Who was that Makan from earlier? Was that her true form, or was that itself a symptom of the despair disease? It doesn't matter either way. If she ended up like that just from remembering, then all along, Makan was never worth being a symbol of hope. Even if her words were influenced by the despair disease, even the disease turned her into that. If she, god damn it, lost herself into simple disease, she was definitely unworthy, god damn it, of being a symbol of hope. So, let's just move on. Come on, let's take all this despair and change it into hope. That is not possible! I mean, I thought we were friends this whole time, but even so... Like a house of cards collapsing in an instant. In the end, our friend we thought we knew ended up showing us a completely different side of herself. Then she vanished from our sight, leaving behind only her malice towards us. And now, there's no way I can just move on and try to have a clear-cut attitude about these feelings. That's clearly impossible. It would have been much easier if she was the traitor, too. Too bad, that's not the case. Makan was not the traitor. The traitor is still alive. As proof, see how fine Monami looks right now. I'm not fine at all. But if the traitor died, you wouldn't be this calm, right? I mean, you're both pawns of the Future Foundation, so you guys are all like two hearts beating as one, right? We're like brothers, only closer. What does that make of you, fiend? You did say you're different from Monomi. Who cares about who I am? More importantly, I'm tired. The drama just kept going and going. I didn't even have time to take a black bean right eye. I didn't even have time to take my black bean right eye during my break. Your right eye is made of black beans? Wait, now's not the time to focus on that. What are you trying to say? You know, isn't it sad that your life has ups and downs? It's fun because downs come after ups, but if life was full of downs, wouldn't it get boring? So, in order to keep you guys feeling better, I've prepared a special event. Special event? Head over to the First Islands Beach. An old friend will be waiting there. Old friend? Nekomaru? Could it be Nekomaru? Isn't it? Nekomaru was safe after all? Safe? How should I say this? I knew it. I knew that crazy bastard with Nekomaru would come back to us in one piece. Awesome. We're starting to see a light of hope. The light of hope? I am happy Nekomaru is returning to us, but 3 of our friends just died, so I honestly cannot be happy. Miss Sonia. However, even so, I am still happy if Nekomaru is safe. I am truly happy. If you are happy, you should honestly greet him with open arms. Perhaps those who have been taken from us would do us the same if they are still lived. Hey, Supreme Overlord who gives a shit. That line doesn't suit you at all. Silence, I shall crush you into dust. Ibuki, Hyoko, Makan, can you hear us?
If you are unhappy, I apologize. However, please forgive me for that right now. I want to warmly welcome Nekomaru when he returns to us. You don't have to worry, Sonia. I'm sure your feelings are reaching them. Then let's go greet Nekomaru. Let's make it grand, even for those who have died. Huh? What the heck? Do I still have after effects of the disease? I don't get this at all. Akane? Alrighty then, let's go! Yeah, you're right. No, I think she really is crying tears of joy. She actually has, like, affection right now. Nekomaru's coming back. When we heard that, we were unable to contain our excitement as we jumped onto the elevator. Man, they just ran off without listening to what I have to say. Jeez, they're so impatient. Didn't they learn to stick around until others have finished talking? What does that mean? You're plotting something again, aren't you? Oop, boop, boop, I'm not plotting anything. I was just trying to properly explain everything to them, including Nekomaru's body. Huh? Nekomaru's body? Oop, boop, boop, boop. It's their fault for not sticking around until I finish talking. So if something happens because of that, I bear no responsibility. What did you do to Nekomaru? What did I do? I just saved him, that's all. I mean, if I didn't do that, there's no way I could have saved someone who was that close to death. So I just couldn't be helped. Oop, boop, 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 boop. That doesn't sound too good. Is he gonna be on like life support? As soon as we exited the elevator, we started running. Hurry to the beach on the first island. All right, let's haul ass. Even though our minds were completely exhausted, strangely enough, our bodies felt light. Without stopping for anything, we kept right on running toward the beach on the first island. Where in the world is Nekomaru? Hey, Nekomaru, show yourself! We have come to pick you up. Please hurry and come out of your hiding. We raised our voices. We looked around the area. We raised our voices again. We looked around the area again. And so on and so forth, we kept looking for him. But, what the hell, man? He's nowhere to be found. Could it be? Did he get false info from Monokuma again? And that's when it happened. We heard a familiar voice echo throughout the beach. What happened? Were you all looking for me? That voice! With high hopes in our hearts, we turned around toward the direction of the voice. And then we saw something truly unbelievable. Dots. Huh? What the? Yo, kept you waiting, huh? Dots. Hey, what's going on? Perhaps you don't remember a face since we haven't seen each other for a while. That's pretty sad, you know. That's too much. Dots. Who are you? Huh? You too? What's going on? If you're messing with me, I'll stop doing it to you. Nekomaru? Haven't you noticed it yourself? What do you mean, noticed? Oh, you mean this body? This is nothing. Oh my god, he's a robot! The name's Nekomaru Nadia! I've been reborn in the river of hell! What a fucking lad! Wow, the days do go by sure quick, man. Only 9 days left. Until we all get nuked, I guess. I don't know. Even Makan didn't know about the countdown, so that's kind of hella sus. So that means absolutely no one but Monokuma knows what that countdown is for. 10 students remain. You know, I'm not going to do it this time because I feel like it's getting old. Just kidding. Okay, it is getting old though, I'm sorry. You have obtained Nurse's Apron. Alrighty then, my whoop-woos! That's gonna do it for chapter 3. Hope you all enjoyed. I actually apologize. I probably shouldn't have screamed in the outro because I did a lot. I was very rambunctious during that last trial. I apologize, headphone users. Sumimasen. You know, hey, thank you all for watching. Honestly, I think we're about halfway done now. So, let's get right into some more
in chapter 4 in the next one. Hope to see y'all there.